So here are some magnetic pulsers that you can use for various kind of health issues. This is by Sota, and that's based on the Bob Beck design. Let's get this on. And I'll turn on the sound also. And each time that beeps, a magnetic pulse comes out of this paddle, which has a coil in it. And here's how you'd know. Let's put a bobby pin on there and let's see what happens. It'll shoot it right off. Turn it over, the other side will shoot it too. At least sometimes. Shoots it far. So this is good for speeding wound healing. I think it'll probably decrease inflammation. It's certainly good on parts of your body that are injured or you feel like you're getting sick. It'll move interstitial fluid and lymph fluid and just do a variety of things. I don't even think everyone knows all the things that it can do yet, but people kind of experiment just informally on their own with it. So that's how that works. You put that paddle with the north side here against your body. Recently I had a something in my eye like a sty, which I've had in the past that have gone on for months, and I put that on my eyelid for about 3 days and went away, so it worked nicely. And then we've got here the Belvar AMT-01 from Belarus. And here's the manual. I guess if you read Russian, that will probably make some sense to you. Not me, but there's all sorts of information in here on the device, I would imagine. Here's the box. And here's the thing. And this one's a simpler device. Here's the cord, and you can see the Eastern European plug. You need a transformer to adapt from 220 to 110. And so I'll just plug this in here, and we'll see. The light goes on. It's on. Well, you don't feel anything from it, but it comes with a tester. You put the tester on it. Got a small thin piece of steel in the tester, and you see that it vibrates there, so there's an electromagnetic pulsing field produced. And this one also, you put it right on whatever body part is bothering you. This will decrease pain and inflammation and sore joints and muscles. And good for tendons. I brought it to work, and a coworker who has crepitus, which is crunching arthritis in the knees. She tried it on her knees for a few days, and the crunching went away. So, although I don't really know the specs on it, I don't think that the pulse goes as deeply as the Sota pulsar. It may not go more than a couple of inches, but it does something. And this is used in Eastern Europe in medical clinics to help with pain and various physical problems. And all the research on that is from Eastern Europe, so we don't really have it in America, and I ordered it from Belarus through eBay. The pulsar cost $30 and the shipping cost $40. So overall affordable for what it does. I'm happy to have it. It's a good choice if you've got aches and pains in your body. And then what we have here is really cool. The Bio Medici pulsar, and this one was produced in Germany. It's based on the research of what's his name, Wolfgang Ludwig, and this is only 5 milligauss. So this really does not give a very strong pulse. When you turn it on, you can't even feel it. And you've got all these little switches, because what it does is it will pulse at various frequencies. You can set it to many, many different frequencies, and then you would just wear it against your body for a half hour to an hour at a time at each frequency. See how we have all these little switches, and there's a chart for various ailments. Let me get it. Yeah, so we have here a whole bunch of ailments listed. You have general body, old age, allergy, arthrosis, arthritis, back pain, bladder, brain, bronchitis. It just goes on and on and on. All these different things listed here. And another page. Joints, lumbago, muscle pain, nausea, neuralgia, osteoporosis, rheumatism, sciatica. And then you see on the next column you have the various settings that for whatever the issue is. Let's say arthritis and inflammation, then you would then that would be 4, 5, and 7, and then where to put it. So let's say I have arthritis in the knee, so I'm going to switch this on. Switch 4, switch 5, switch 7, and the switch 8 is the on switch. And then I very simply secure that to my knee, if that's where I was hurting, and leave that on there for between 30 and 60 minutes at a time. And here's something I also brought to work, and another co-worker suffers from fibromyalgia. And I had her for a couple of days try this. Once on her left shoulder, she said it took away the pain. Once on her low back, and she said it took away the pain as well. So we're going to work more on this. And interestingly, she said after she had used it and she got that sense of relief, she also felt exhausted. And that doesn't seem unusual to me. Because when you give your body something that it needs, that it's been lacking for a period of time, it's going to have a systemic effect all around that's not always predictable. And the fact that she felt exhausted from it isn't necessarily a bad thing. To me, it just indicates that she's been so far off and unbalanced health-wise that she needed it. And it reminds me of when I got someone to start using earthing pads and sheets. And the first time he put his feet on an earthing pad, he said he didn't feel anything, but he soon fell asleep. When he woke up, he said he felt like he was hit by a truck. But he kept using the earthing materials, and that's a good story, because he had a non-healing diabetic wound on his shin for a long time, for months, and he had been going to the doctor for that, and it just wouldn't heal. And once he started sleeping on an earthing sheet, it healed up within 2 weeks. And then soon a lot of joint pain went away, and his health improved overall just by having more energy of being connected to the earth. And so this kind of magnetic pulsing therapy can perhaps have a similar effect. And this one, like I said, is only 5 milligauss, so it's a very, very gentle effect on your body. It's not as harsh as the other pulsars. It doesn't go as deep, it's not as intense, but it gives the body what it needs. And in terms of like a medical metaphor, if the Bob Beck approach is antibiotic and the Belvar pulsar is analgesic or an NSAID, then this is vitamins and minerals. This simply gives the kind of energy that your body needs just for healing. Just gives the cells what they need in order to do what they're meant to do, come back together, and grow and heal instead of deteriorate and degenerate. So here's an approach for good health that a person can use. Magnetic pulsing, I think, is really cool and very valuable. And these are the different kind of devices that you could possibly look into if you're curious about it. The Bob Beck magnetic pulsar, the Belvar magnetic pulsar from Belarus, and the Bio Medici magnetic pulsar from Germany. And this is something they use in hospitals in Germany. That's where the research has been done on this. The research of this one has been done in Eastern Europe. The Bob Beck, that one is kind of interesting because there's not a lot of research behind it. He was an electronics engineer, and his approach to this was to just get the design out into the public domain and spread it so people could use it themselves and take advantage of their own health and do their own informal experimentations on how effective this would be for their health. More like the way people do biohacking nowadays. He was sort of a precursor to the modern biohackers 20 years ahead of time. And so, magnetic pulsing. All sorts of great advantages for your health.